See, we're having very pleasant weather today. Um, Not that I am a meteorologist or anything, but the temps are like in the 70s today, the low 70s, which is great. Um, you guys don't hear much birds chirping. I hate that because that used to be like a trademark in my videos was the birds chirping. But since like it's been very cold and they've migrated and all those other things, we don't really hear as much of them. And me being indoors and shit. Um, I'm gonna enjoy this weather now and take advantage of it because next Monday is gonna be in the 40s, and tomorrow is gonna right back in the 50s. So we're gonna take advantage of it. Um, I don't know. I really miss taking videos outdoors in this kind of weather, and I'm so excited for the springtime because that's when I'm gonna record more. Maybe, hopefully. um, Also, you guys don't have to say mean shit to get my attention. Somebody from one of my previous videos had commented something nice and was just like, I love your videos or so blah blah blah. And then in the next one, they were like, shut up. First of all, rude. Second of all, and they were just like, shut up. You only say things for attention. And I was just like, you can't like pick a side. Do you not like me or not? If not, just don't watch my videos. But it's just like y'all don't have to say mean shit to get my attention. So I'm just putting that out there. Don't be fucking weird. To get into the point of the video, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, and I don't want anybody commenting saying, "Oh, you're only like 20 something. You don't have to figure it all out," or like blah blah. Like I just, whenever I do my diaries, sometimes I record them because like I want reassurance, or I want someone to tell me that they feel the same way that I feel. I don't record all the time for people to give me advice. That probably sounds so mean, and I hope it doesn't come across that way at all because so I'm not trying to sound mean. This is a safe space for me to vent and to just whatever. Like sometimes when I vent, people immediately go into like suggesting things. Like someone was trying to suggest to me. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into that. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my life, and I don't say this in a hopeless way, but I say this in a very frustrated and lost and confused like perspective because the way that the direction that the world is heading, that the U.S. is headed, and all the things that are at stake, it makes me very worried because it's like, what am I supposed to do in an environment like this where a lot of things are at stake and a lot of things are just at chance and at mercy? Like, what am I supposed to do? And I have an idea. There's like so many things I want to do with my life, but like sometimes it just makes me question like, how far can I go in life? How much can I really like get out of life and succeed in life with conditions like these? And anybody that grew up going to like a Title One school or growing up in a place that didn't have a lot of creative resources or much resources for your future, just growing up in the hood or like just growing up in a place where people that look like you aren't successful, or people that grow up in places like you that grew up next door from you don't end up going further. Like they don't end up going any further than where they are. And that's always been a big fear of mine, is never making it out my city. And I don't mean like, oh, being more successful than anybody I went to school with, or being successful than anyone in my city. I mean like my biggest fear is just staying in the same place my entire life and not making anything of myself. That's like my biggest fear. And like the older I get, the more tangible it becomes. Sorry. The bugs are out today, okay? I'm in their territory, so I'm not gonna do too much. But the older I get, the more love the place that they grew up and they want to stay there. But I don't love the place that I grew up. I grew up on the east side of Charlotte. Um, and I'm just giving context because probably people in my city that watch my videos. Somebody from my school actually watches my videos, and they suggested to me a garden, and I'm gonna send her a text. But girl, I found the garden, and if she's even watching this video, I found the garden, and it's fucking lovely. And thank you so much for that suggestion. um, but I grew up on the east side of Charlotte. I grew up with three of my siblings, older siblings. I'm the youngest of four, and I grew up with a single mother. We struggled a lot. There's even times where we were homeless, and I've slept on couches. I've been in other people's homes, and this is like a very weird thing, but I didn't really pay attention or notice it until recently, but for like the past few years, me and my mom, we've officially had our own place since I want to say like 2017, 2018. And I never fully decorate my room. I get like a matching comforter set and stuff, but like whenever I go online or I see videos and pictures of people in their room and they personalize and they have posters up, they have like so much of their personality in their rooms, and I just have like a matching comforter set, and that's it. I don't even put curtains up. It makes me sad because I realize that I do that because I feel like I'm not gonna have my own space for long, and I've spent so many years, or I spent a very long time living in other people's spaces that I don't feel comfortable making something my own. And I feel like it's gonna be like that when I get my own place. I'm not gonna decorate it for a very long time because I'm used to sleeping on couches, and I'm used to living in homes that aren't mine and not being able to like personalize them or decorate them, or just not trying to get too attached to them, you know? I don't love my upbringing. I don't love the life that I've lived so far. And I think that's what makes me so scared to continue to live a life that I don't love, or to continue living a life in a place that I so desperately want to escape from and that I haven't had the best experiences, you know? It broke my heart when I realized I had to transfer to an in-state school because I couldn't afford to keep attending an out-of-state school, being an independent student and not wanting to put my mother in debt. And it took me a very long time to just accept it and to come to terms with the fact that I'm gonna have to stay home for a little while longer. And there's been times where I just imagined saving up my money and just booking it out of Charlotte, you know? Just like moving out of North Carolina and building a life for myself somewhere else. Because I've heard success stories. I've heard people that move out of places that they've lived their entire life and taking that chance and it somehow working out. And hearing stories like that is so hearing stories like that are so inspiring because you're just like, damn, like that could be me. But the reality of all of this is that it could not be me because I have the shittiest luck. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that for the longest I thought that I was cursed. I thought that I was cursed, and I thought that I just had shitty luck because, like, it's fucking, like, it's easy for people to achieve things and get things done and to acquire these things. But for me, it's always been harder. And I don't know why that is. Maybe that's just coming from a perspective of just, like, I don't know. But whenever I'm so close to, like, tasting the success of something, I feel like I'm pushed a million steps back, and I feel like I'm always just humbled in the worst way. And it's like, you thought you could have had that, but you can't. It's not for you. It's for everybody else, but it's not for you. And, like, it's just I get so frustrated and I get so upset because like I have an idea of what I'm meant to, of what my purpose is on this earth, but I have no way of going about it. I don't know what resources to take advantage of. And the worst part about all of this is like I feel like the more that I try, the more that I fail. I don't know why that is. Like yesterday I cried because I was like, why does it feel like the more that I try, the more I just fuck up shit more? Like, what if I just stop trying and I just surrender and I just succumb to whatever fucking life that I come about? Like, you know? Like, what if I just stay here? Like, what if I just stopped resisting whatever fate that I have and I just stay here? I just stay in Charlotte and I just do what everyone else is doing. And it's so disheartening to feel like that because I have such big dreams. Like, I want to be a creative director. I want to work with magazines and I want to model and I want to like design things and I want to be in the creative world. I want to be in the fashion world. I want to be a journalist. I want to talk to these very passionate, creative people that are powerhouses, that are inspirational, and I want to do all these things. But how the fuck can I get there? Like, how can a Charlotte person get there? Like, you know? And it's like nobody around me and my siblings, and I haven't met anybody that's like me. Like, I come from a certain place and I have it's so difficult when you come from like a certain place and you have something that very specific that you want to achieve, that you want to do, that nobody around you has done. So it's just like, how do I get to do that then? Like, how do I go from here? Like, how do I get there? How do I cross the ocean if no one around me has ever even thought to build a boat? You know? And that's what it feels like. It just feels like I'm this. I feel like I have these big aspirations to cross the ocean, but I have no knowledge of where to get the supplies to even begin to build the boat to do that. And I love starting my YouTube channel because like I didn't know where this was gonna go. I just started doing this because like shit, I like talking to myself and I was very like critically depressed. I was very anxious and I wasn't leaving the house. So I started recording these videos because it encouraged me to get out of the house. And it led me from my room to the bench of my apartment complex to the park. And little things like that inspire me because it's like, okay, if my phone, if simply recording videos that nobody was watching for almost 30 days and then miraculously like people found my channel and started watching it, like if my phone or if my I'm not gonna just put like props of that on my phone. If my determination to get better has led me from places of wanting to commit suicide and led me from my room to the bench to the park, then my aspirations can take me further, you know? My aspirations can take me from Charlotte to San Francisco to New York, or from Charlotte to to like New York to like Paris or something. I don't know. I border on having faith and not having any faith at all because like how do you begin to have faith in yourself when you failed at so many things so many times before and you've never succeeded the way that you have in the way that you want to? Like, I've never succeeded at being a journalist. I never succeeded at being a art or a creative director. I never succeeded at being a model. Like, how do I even manage to get there? I just The people that have faith in themselves, that had faith in themselves enough to move out of their town and bank on themselves, have all my respect. Because again, like, I would love to do that, but knowing with my luck, I know that I would really put myself in a very fucked up situation. And I think that's what it is sometimes. I think some people have luck. Some people have luck on their side. Some people have faith in themselves. Some people just have something about them. Some people have something that's going to save them, whether they know it or not. I guess. Maybe that's extremely unfair for me to say. And it probably is. But whenever I'm in the darkest places by myself, I don't have anything to save me but myself. So I know if I was to ever like take a chance, and bank on myself and do that really big fucking step and just put myself out there with no plan, I will have nobody but myself to depend on. And I can't do that all the time. That sounds so fucked up to say. But when you only have yourself to depend on when you're in those darker moments, you get burnt out on that. Like in my previous video, I would love support, you know? I feel like I'm always made to have to figure out a lot of things on my own. And there's just some things that I want help figuring out. But unfortunately, figuring out what I want to do for the rest of my life, or really knowing what I'm supposed to, like, that I want to do for the rest of my life, but having to figure out how to get there and what opportunities to take advantage of, it's really fucking hard. Like, it's overwhelming. And I'm not making this video as like oh, like, somebody help me, I'm a damsel in distress. I'm not saying that at all. I'm making this video to just hold myself accountable, because I don't want to be behind this camera a year from now and I'm saying the same thing, you know? I'm tired of living a life that I'm scared to continue living. I'm tired of living a life that I fear I'm going to be unhappy with. I'm tired of being an anxious 20-something-year-old because I'm so scared of the kind of person that I'm going to become. It fills me with so much dread, with just the smallest thought that all of this could be for nothing, you know? I would really hate that. I would hate that I took the chances and I took the risks and I put myself out there just for it to lead to nothing. It's hard to even get a fucking job right now. So, like, it's hard to even acquire a job. It's hard to even get a call back from a place. And a lot of things in life right now are hard for me. And for me to, like, want to go from point A to point Z, and, like, for me going from swimming on, like, this very small puddle to wanting to swim in the ocean is just, like, for a pond, not even for a pond, for a puddle, you only need a foot. For an ocean, you need a boat. And you need balls. I get so frustrated sometimes because I don't understand, like, why was I born in this world, put here on this earth, to have aspirations bigger than what I've ever could imagine, and then put in such poor circumstances. It's so frustrating. I feel like some of the most talented people are put in the most shittiest of places, and life isn't fair like that sometimes, you know? I can't even get a job, and credentials for that shit. Like, I have ideas. This YouTube channel started out as an idea. So maybe if I just took a small chance on myself and I decided to, hey, how about I start a second YouTube channel and it's just journalism. Like, it's just like fashion journalism content, creative content, you know? I think I might just do that. I have a feeling that I'm meant to live a life that is so much more vibrant and colorful beyond my imagination. A life that is so. A life of comfort after living a life of so much discomfort and feeling out of place. I didn't go, like, I just. I would be very disappointed in myself if my life ended up being nothing that I wanted it to become, because I wasn't homeless for no reason. I didn't deal I didn't deal with my depression and anxiety and my PTSD from all the things that I've experienced and endured for no reason. None of everything that I went through can be for no reason. None of this hurt and this shit that I've dealt with by myself and that I've been through, it cannot be for no reason. And that's just one of my biggest fears, is going through all that shit for nothing, just for it to amount to nothing. I want to be able to put all the things that I've struggled with and dealt with and be able to put it into something that I'm proud of. And I just really hope that I figure out how to do that for myself, you know? I'm 21 years old, but time really does go by fast. And the older you get, the more you realize that time is not as forgiving as we think that it is, and it's not as merciful, you know? The year just started, it's already February. Like, January went by so stupid fast. Like, the older you get, and I guess because, like, you're experiencing a lot of the same shit, so it feels mundane, it feels repetitive, and it just, like, fuck, I don't want to live a life that I'm bored of or that I despise. I don't want to, I don't want to just stay with what I know. I want to be able to venture out and do the things that I didn't think that I would be able to do, you know? But that's the end of this video. I said a lot of things that I deeply resonate with. I think this is by far one of my favorite diaries that I've made, because I've really put, I don't usually talk about the things that I'm scared of, but I put a lot of my fears into this video, and that I can be proud of. I'm also proud of that I found the setting where I can make the picture settings more vibrant, because my videos were looking very lifeless. Like, my first video I did with my blue hair, where I was talking about how I'm not a casual person, that video was very lifeless. Like, I didn't know there was a vibrancy setting or whatever, but yeah, hopefully the sun isn't making anything too shadowy. But that's the video, and I'm about to go home and drink a shit ton of water because I'm very fucking thirsty, and I'm about to eat pizza. Or actually, I'm about to make me a crepe. That's what I'm gonna do.